Mr. Venkata Krishnan left a message. Thank you, Mr. Kim, for the video. I have a request. Can you make a tuple video like how to create our own tuple from scratch? And can you talk about different types of initialization in C++ like direct, copy, braced list, aggregate, value, default, non-static member, initializer list, initialization, etc. First off, implementing tuple is pretty simple and straightforward. I promise Mr. Venkata Krishnan I will create a few videos about how to implement tuple from scratch. I promise. But I am currently filming on numerical analysis in my Korean channel. So as soon as I finish numerical analysis, I will film on tuple. Can you talk about different types of initialization in C++, like direct, copy, braced list, aggregate, value, default, non-static member, initializer list, etc.? This is quite complex. In modern C++, initialization is quite complex. But I will deal this subject in near future, so don't worry. Thank you, Venkata Krishnan, for leaving such wonderful request. Hi everyone, my name is Thomas Kim. Today is January 26, 2021. This is my 64th episode about the programming language C++ 20 standard. I will discuss applications of C++ 20 concept and how to overcome limitations of C++ STL library, especially std command type. Std command type is almost useless. I say it again. std command type is almost useless. While watching this video, please keep this point in mind. Primary expression. Don't forget primary expression. What the heck is primary expression? Start your web browser. Useful resources for C++. cppreference.com. Double click this link. I will copy this link and paste the link here for your reference. In this website, cpp.org, this is very good website about learning C++. Current ISO C++ status. Click this link. C++ 20 is published. C++ 23 on the way. In C++ 20, coroutine is implemented. Module is implemented. Ranges implemented. Concept implemented. These libraries are implemented or to be implemented in C++ 20 standard. But as of today, January 26, 2021, not all C++ compiler supports C++ 20 standard. Compiler conformance status in this link. If you scroll down, C++ 23 library features, stack trace library will be introduced in C++ 23 library features. But this library is not yet implemented in C++ compilers. This stack library will be very useful for debugging C++ code. Keep monitoring the development of modern C++. If you scroll down, you can read proposal papers listed here. I will discuss more about C++ 20 features. Go back. In this web page again, in the cppreference.com, double-click this link. By clicking this link, you can download this C++ language specification. If you open it, Control F, primary expression. So primary expression, literal is primary expression. Keyword this is primary expression. Expression enclosed in parentheses is primary expression. Lambda expression is primary expression. Fold expression is primary expression. Requires expression is primary expression. Copy this, paste it here, like this. Please keep this point in mind. Primary expression also requires expression. Primary expression also ID expression. Primary expression. I will discuss these things in future sessions, especially expression enclosed in parentheses is primary expression. We will use this definition in this session. Also, we will use this definition in the current session. Keep in mind what is primary expression. Also, requires clause. Requires clause starts with the keyword requires, then follows constraint logical or expression. Copy this part up to here. Copy, paste it here. I will indent this part and indent and indent. So constraint logical or expression. Constraint logical or expression is constraint logical and expression. Constraint logical and expression is primary expression. So copy, paste it here. Constraint logical or expression is primary expression. Copy, paste it here. Primary expression can be expression enclosed in angle bracket. So copy this, paste it here. So requires clause starts with keyword requires and follows expression, or requires constraint logical or expression can be primary expression. Requires expression can be primary expression. Copy this, Control F. Requires expression starts with keyword requires and requires parameter list. Copy this, paste it here. So with the keyword requires expression, I copy this, paste like this. Here again, Control F, requires clause, colon, scroll up. So require clause here, copy template head, copy, paste it here, indent. Requires clause, this means optional. Requires clause can be requires expression or copy and paste, can be requires requirement parameter list. Copy this, paste. I will delete opt. We will use this syntax, also this syntax in my current episode. My point is that you too can read C++ Standard Specification by yourself. Scroll down the C++ 20 Standards concept. If you double-click this link, in this playlist, I filmed 12 videos about the C++ concept. Also, in this list, Concept Tutorial 1 up to Concept Tutorial 6, you can watch more of my videos about C++20 concepts. Without further ado, let's get started. If you scroll down, you can find episode 63, Applications of C++ Workhorse Pattern, Operations over Tuples. Please double-click this link. I assume you have watched my previous episode 63. If you haven't watched this video, you may not be able to understand and follow my current and future sessions. Scroll down, show more, scroll down. In the download source code section, please double-click this link. Show in folder, unzip it, right-click, rename 064 constraints over tuples. Copy this, paste it in your working folder. CPP20 is my working folder. Start Visual Studio Code, open CPP20. In the Explorer, in the folder 64, you can find array.cpp. We created this file in our previous episode. I also added talk-play-fun command.hpp this file. Drag and arrange windows like this. Please understand that I created talk-play-fun command.hpp today. Right before filming this video, I created this file in advance. But don't worry, I will give you all the gory details how to implement these type functions in next and future sessions. Here include code, talk, play, fun, common, HPP. We don't need this array. Here we define namespace CMM, talk, play, fun, common. Please understand that CMM represent talk, play, fun, common. Control home, talk, play, fun, common, namespace alias. Now, let me explain why concepts are very important. In array.cpp, control end, right before function main, void, understand why concepts are super duper important. Copy the function name, paste it here. I will delete like this. Scroll up here. I will copy this, paste. Now here I will add one more element, 0.0. I made misspell. Rename constraint. Open the command line again, cd 064 constraints over tuples. clang ++ cd C++20 array.cpp ltbb o c.exe. Hit enter. clsc c 1 5 added together 666. But what about this element? Now we put 6.0 and remove it. We build again. It does not build. CLS, it does not build. The reason it does not build is A and B have different elements count. In case of tuple A has 6 elements. In case of tuple B has 5 elements. If we scroll up in the operator plus Ctrl B, we use the size T. T is tuple A's size. So tuple A has 6 elements. Tuple B has 5 elements. Element size should be the same. Here once again, CLS, we build again. We have huge error message like this. Huge error message. The error comes very weird place. In C++ standard library source file, 1277 is the file in C++ standard library, and we have huge error message like this without concept. These are all error message. I am scrolling down. See? Huge error message. Now we are putting constraints like this. Requires std tuple size std remove cv ref t t. This is tuple A's size. Copy this, paste. This is tuple B's size. When the size of tuple T, the size of tuple S are the same, this operator is valid. Underscore V, underscore V. So the element count of tuple T and the element count of tuple S are the same. This plus operator is valid, but this part is wrong syntax. Let's build once again. We rebuild. We still have wrong error message. If we scroll up, std tuple size, line 612, error, parentheses are required around this expression in a requires clause. Once again, error, parentheses are required around this expression in a requires clause. I will copy this and paste it here. Parentheses are required because this expression is not primary expression. To make this expression primary expression, we use parentheses. In this syntax, after requires, we use parentheses to make it primary expression. In the requires clause, keyword require, then constant logical OR expression can be primary expression. Here, we need parentheses to make expression primary expression. So don't forget parentheses here. With these parentheses enclosing CLS, we build again. Now scroll up. Now the error comes 734. Error, invalid operands to binary expression. This expression. Line 734. Line 734. So this plus operator, if we scroll up, this requirement clause works correctly because we used tuples with different element count for addition. Now I will delete this element, but here it is 3, it is 3.5. We build again. It builds successfully. CLS C. Now A 3, B 3.5. A plus B, 6. The correct value should be 6.5. Why? This is obviously wrong calculation. We will fix this problem in my next episode. The cause of this error is this. This is integral type. This is double. That is the reason of this error. If I make it double, we rebuild CLSC. The result is 6.5. But if I change it to 3, rebuild CLSC 3 plus 3.5, the result should be 6.5, but it's wrong answer. We will address this issue in my next episode. I originally planned to discuss how to overcome limitations of C++ STL library, especially SED command type, but this episode became too long. I will discuss this syntax in my next episode and more advanced usages of C++ 20 concept.